Hey everyone, it's really sunny where I am today in central Scotland. In fact, it's been really sunny for the past week or so, and I'm really hoping it's going to continue. And I noticed that everyone seems to smile a heck of a lot more when the sun's shining. Maybe that's just because we don't really get that much sunshine in Scotland. I mean, relative to other places. Obviously, just kidding. Scotland's sunny all the time, of course. But it got me thinking. Like sunshine tends to, I suppose, tease some of the sunshine out of us. It brings some of the sunshine out of us to the surface, and it's got me thinking a lot about. There are a number of tools and practices out there for improving your happiness. One, for example, some that you might be quite familiar with, that I thought I'd share one here, and maybe another I'll share here over the next couple of minutes that you're probably not that familiar with, maybe never heard of it at all. But there are one of the best known happiness tools, I suppose, is gratitude. When you write a little list every day of 4, 5, 10, whatever things that you're grateful for, either things or people or situations that have occurred over the last day. And if you do that every day, lots of studies show that over a couple of weeks' time, most people tend to be happier than they were before practicing it. I know one of the ways that it works, I suppose, is you're training your mind and you're training your brain to notice more of the good things rather than the not so good things. Because I think sometimes we get into a habit of only noticing the stuff that frustrates us, that's blocking us getting in our way. But with a little gratitude practice, you're training your mind and your brain circuits even to notice more of the good things. And because of that, you tend to expand and you feel more energetic, and you're more likely to end up doing things and creating things that make you feel a little bit happier. I suppose it's like as your mind, you train your mind in such a way that as your mind surveys the landscape of your life, the events and circumstances and happenings, that it learns to focus more on the light than the shade, if you will, on the sunshine than the shade. And that's really how gratitude practices work. But I thought I'd share this other one. A scientific study a couple of years ago got about 120 women, I think it was 119 women, and asked them to keep a diary over a month of all the kind things that they said and did. Now, it wasn't asking them to go out and do kindness. I mean, lots of studies show that if you do kindness, then you tend to feel happier as a consequence of doing it. But that isn't what this study was about. This study wasn't asking them to be kind on purpose. It was asking them to be themselves. But just notice that in the being of yourselves, the times when you tend to be kind, say, or do kind things. Now, they asked them to do that for about a month. Just keep a diary of, I did a kind thing, I said a kind thing there, paid a compliment kind of thing, helped someone, sat with a friend, etc., over the month, and just keep a wee note. Amazingly, every woman in the study was happier after the 4 weeks. But about a third of the women were much happier, significantly happier. A big gain in happiness. And it seems to be that the reason why that happened is because it was actually boosting their self-esteem. Because here's the thing, when you're focusing on your virtues, you're focusing on noticing these virtuous aspects about yourself, you're actually noticing this is who I am, and paying more attention to the virtues and the expression of it, you expand on the inside. And for many of the women in that study, about a third of them, that was actually solving or treating some of the challenges that many of them have. I think many people in life have with self-esteem, with an inner sense of worthiness and value. So not only was it improving happiness, but it was improving self-esteem. And it wasn't asking them to go out and be kinder than usual. It was just asking them to go out and be themselves. But just notice that in the being of yourself, when that is kind. So I thought I'd just share that with you today. Just notice some of the nice aspects of it yourself. Notice what think of some of what your core values are, and just notice when you're expressing these kind of things. It might not be just core values of kindness. It might be, notice if your core value is friendship, then notice when you're being a friend. If you have a core value of let's say a core value of whatever. You know, it's funny how things just escape you when you're trying to think of all these core values. But whatever your core value is, if you just notice it when you're expressing that, then what research shows is you tend to inflate, expand on the inside, and one of the side effects of that is you end up being happier as a consequence of that. So there you go. Just because the sun's shining today, I thought I'll help to bring a wee bit of sunshine into your life by giving you a little tool to generate your own sunshine on the inside. So there you go, wherever you are. Hope you have a great day, and be kind, because it's almost always the right thing to do. Bye for now.